It's all just rhetoric at the end of the day, but maybe cancer is barking up the wrong tree. Hear me out. The social justice invasion does resemble cancer because it's not so much a foreign invasion. It's not just a parasite or a virus or a germ. There's no life form that benefits from cancer. It's a homegrown disease that happens entirely accidentally. But that doesn't just describe cancer. It also describes an entire branch of autoimmune disease. And it wasn't until I watched the following video when I saw the symptoms of whatever this disease is laid bare before me. What the immune system is basically your body's vigilante Department of Customs and Excise. White blood cells are the narcs and border cops of the bloodstream. Like if you're at war with Germany, it's there to make sure no germs get in. And what the adaptive immune system is able to do is determine whether or not you are currently at war with Germany. Needless to say, in this example, this is not something that happens in Germany. Unless you have a defective, self-destructive autoimmune disease resembling something like lupus. Patient's name is America. It recently suffered a massive hemorrhage in its upper Orlando. It subsequently has an inflamed skin rash spreading across his body. We're here at one of the sites of the inflammation, the Portland, Oregon, otherwise known as the left weenus. Clearly this region's nowhere near the hemorrhage site, but antibodies are accumulating nevertheless. We've sent in a surgeon with an endoscope. I can't do the fucking voice. We've sent in a surgeon with an endoscope so we can get a closer look at the problem.
Towards the end of it, I noticed incoming Mayor Ted Wheeler chatting with Ceasefire Oregon Director Penny Okamoto, a couple of Moms Demand Action members, and anti-gun interim police chief Donna Henderson.
You'll notice our surgeon is very knowledgeable and connected. He's able to identify organizations and even individuals on site and by name. He knows who everyone is, he understands their positions, and he's here to neutrally observe the developments with the objective instrument of his endoscope.
I just wanted to get a shot of them chatting when I happened to notice people pointing at me and mumbling something about white nationalist.
Yes, normally what white blood cells do is patrol the bloodstream looking to neutralize anything they can identify as a threat. As you can hear, this immune system is set up to protect from white nationalists and homophobes and Trump.
I would avoid that guy. He's a white nationalist.
But in a condition like this, white blood cells are so addicted to the process of neutralization that they do it indiscriminately. They cannot go half an hour without instinctively pouncing on the body's own cells. They're like corrupt police officers who can't stand going a full day without arresting some kind of troublemaker, so they simply clamp down on an innocent person and decide for no reason but the greater good that this innocent person is a troublemaker.
Obviously, these people have some kind of issue with me.
Get out of there, man! Get out of there!
So I started moving off to the side, when all of a sudden... What?
It's happening! They've spotted us, and they've engaged. Did you hear it? Are you a white nationalist? She doesn't know what you are, dude. She doesn't know what a white nationalist is. She doesn't know what anything is. She's just incantating the deadly syllables as best she can. Are you a white nationalist? It's not a question, dude. It's a warning shot. Run before it's too...
Get the fuck
out of here! What? Get your white nationalist out of here! Get your white nationalist out of here!
I should remind you that these people have come out today to mourn, to pay respects to the dead. That's why the frock this fellow is sporting is a rather demure black and white number.
Get your white nationalist out of here!
What the hell are you talking about, dude?
Oh good, his handler has intervened. It's all right, Arthur, calm down. You don't know he's a white nationalist. You just heard someone muttering those words. Maybe you should wait until he at least answers with a yes, rather than a what?
No, we saw what you wrote about people.
We saw what you wrote about people.
We saw what you wrote about people.
What are you talking about?
This is a stranger talking to another stranger, saying, we saw what you wrote about people. Yeah, I'm being relatively calm from here in my chair, but honestly, I have no idea how I'd react in this situation other than run. You'd think the best option would be say nothing, do nothing, carry on as normal. But as you can see, that will not get you out of this. This crowd of bullies has decided to take all the deluded racist paranoia they've had building up and empty the whole fucking magazine in your face, regardless of what you say or do not say in your defense. You could be asleep on a park bench, and these people might tap you on the shoulder and say, how dare you make that face at me? We've all seen your birth certificate. You're a racist. When a crime is committed, the district attorney's job is often to make sure someone goes down for it, even if they're innocent. And these folks are here to make sure someone goes down for a crime they randomly made up in their heads. You cannot underestimate how scary this is, folks. Yeah, imagine if you're in an army, and you're marching into battle with all your fellow soldiers, and suddenly they all turn to you and point at you and decide you're an enemy combatant for no reason. Just one of them randomly gave you the stick finger, so they all followed suit because they're that desperate for a blood sacrifice. Now, imagine it happened at a funeral. Because that's what's happening. These people have not come out to mourn. Mourning is not what they do. Excluding is what they do. And they've gone half an hour without excluding anyone. So now they have to go collectively batshit mob rule for a couple of minutes.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't want to be angry.
Turn the camera off!
Yeah, it might be the camera, you know. For some reason, social justice warriors fucking hate cameras. If you turn up at one of their protests, filming with a video camera, it is only a matter of time before they decide you need to go. If you're doing objective reporting with a recording device, you are considered a dangerous Untermensch. This is normal behavior for criminals who are in the process of committing a crime. It is normal behavior for people who suffer from acute paranoid delusions. It is very strange behavior for people who have nothing to hide. You do not get to ban video cameras from a public space just because you're occupying that space. Do you understand? A space does not belong to you just because you are in it. Speaking of Untermensch, check out this shit.
Can the white folks who are allies
What?
get this person out of here?
One more time.
Can the white folks who are allies
What?
get this person out of here?
Can the white folks who are allies please get this person out of here?
Hey, who wants to help me get this reporter out of here? I need some muscle over here.
Oh, you thought you'd heard it all, didn't you? But welcome to the next level. What if Melissa Click had said, hey, I need some black muscle over here? I mean, that is what she got, ironically, but at least it wasn't, explicitly racist. Can you imagine if a white person deliberately incited a crowd of black people to eject another black person? Having pointed menacingly at them and shouted, "Black nationalist, we all know what you think about us!" And I'd like to remind you that what these people are supposed to be paying respects to are the murders of 49 mostly white people at the hands of a Middle Eastern person.
I have no idea what she's talking about.
This man is gay. The man holding the camera, he's gay. For all any of you know, this man is gay, and he's just been given the evil eye by a paranoid reactionary bigot of Middle Eastern descent. So, oh kindest and most compassionate mourners of the dead, what are you gonna do?
Well, I have no idea what she's talking about.
You're not welcome here.
You should probably leave, man. It's just creating a problem.
We sometimes liken this to some kind of zombie invasion. Can you see now why that is not hyperbolic? We'll run through what just happened. See if you can find a shred of independent thought anywhere in the process. Random rumor, unconfirmed. Random rumor repeated at maximum volume.
We saw what you wrote.
What are you talking about?
Random accusation, unconfirmed. Proceed to demand erasure of all evidence.
Turn the camera off. Can the white folks who are allies
What?
get this person out of here?
Incitement of violence. Explicit incitement of racial violence.
You're not welcome here.
You should probably
Racial violence. Would you like me to run you through it again? This is not how mourners operate. This is not how civil rights movements operate. This is how witch hunts operate. Through confusion and hysteria and unbridled hatred. Scores of their own countrymen are murdered, and they see it only as an excuse to bully and exclude their own countrymen. And they can't go half an hour without doing it. But what makes this different from a witch hunt is traditional witch hunters do it with pitchforks and ropes and shit. These folks do it by going limp, switching their fucking brains off, and slowly huddling at you, moaning, "You're not welcome, you're not welcome." It is a witch hunt conducted by zombies.
It's just creating a problem.
I have no idea what's going on.
Voice 11 inclusion, you're not welcome here.
Did you hear what he said there?
Voice 11 inclusion, you're not welcome here.
It was very slurred, but it's there. One more time, Lurch.
Voice 11 inclusion, you're not welcome here.
This is a place of love and inclusion. You're not welcome here.
Voice 11 inclusion, you're not welcome here.
He knows nothing about this person, nothing whatsoever, but he is huddling him out of a public space because someone told him to. And he does it while chanting, "This is a place of love and inclusion, you're not welcome." I know it sounds like something only a cartoon would say, like something only a fictional, mentally ill person would say, but it's real. It's happening.
You're not welcome here, man. You're not welcome at all. You're not welcome.
Wait, was this the motherfucker at the Bernie rally?
You're not welcome here.
What? I don't know what you guys are talking about. Don't come towards me, man.
So you see, it is not hyperbolic to call these people zombies. It is an understatement. They are brain dead, to say the very least. They are shells of human beings, completely detached from reality. They cannot do anything except act like mindless sentinels of exclusion. They can't fight, they can't reason, they can't listen. They can only drop their arms, cock their head to the side, stare into space, and walk slowly at their target. This is some fucking Precambrian shit. The first lungfish to leave the oceans were more autonomous than this. These are quite literally the dumbest organisms ever to walk the earth.
What are you doing getting in my face? What do you mean not welcome here?
Hell, what do you mean you're not welcome here? Do any of you know?
My name is Michael. Hi. I'd like to chat with you guys. I don't know what's going on here.
Yeah, he's not a white nationalist. His name's Michael and he'd like to chat. Had that occurred to you, Lurch? Had anything occurred to you except exclude the bad man?
I don't know what.
For fuck's sake, where's your handler?
I don't know what's going on here. Boss. No. Let me put it this way. No.
Oh God, what's going through your head, Lurch? Did you just see that shrieking outpatient behind you and realize you're on his team? That his random tantrum is the reason you're currently engaging in this thuggery? Were you just hit by the chilling reality of the situation, Lurch?
Hey, listen. Let me put it this way, right?
I fucking hope so, dude. I hope when you were looking at the ground there, you saw yourself. You caught a glimpse of the mess you've become. You are now an all-new low for terrestrial vertebrates, Lurch. You've not just let down your species, you have let down your kingdom. If that was you hanging your head in shame, hang it harder. Now then. Let's see what this fucking beastie boy has to say.
So you're not doing... No. Hey.
Don't touch my camera. Don't touch my camera.
It's funny how you all huddle around the guy with the camera and then tell him not to film you. He's not standing in your home with a fucking gun, you nutcases. He's standing in a public area with a video camera. You don't get to tell him to leave, and you don't get to tell him to turn it off. Who the fuck do you think you are?
You can tell him, you can film me, John Slaughter.
Well, John Slaughter, I don't quite know why you're proud to put your name on this little project, but thank you for taking some responsibility. It would be nice if Lurch owned his shit too, and it's for the good of the public that Ursula over there is found and tried, because she just committed a crime. All in all, the incitement of violence was something of a team effort here, but it was definitely her who explicitly called for violence, and got it. Everyone else just yelled their allocated mantra. Dear Portland Police Department, what you are watching is video evidence of a crime. You and every other police department would be doing everyone a favour if you could bring these people to justice, rather than just trying to round up the people tweeting electronic insults at each other from thousands of miles away. Many thanks for your attention.
Turn your camera off, you're an anarchist. It'd be best if you leave.
White nationalist, John. I know you were late to the party, but I'll fill you in. We're not going with anarchist this time. We're going with white nationalist. Homophobe, something Trump. Alright? We all appreciate your tenacity, but your princess is in another lynch mob. One more reminder, folks. This man is not guilty of anything except pointing a camera. And if you think he's pointing it menacingly, then you're in luck, because you're about to get a helpful demonstration of what it looks like when someone points a camera menacingly.
Okay, sure, you're not doing anything wrong, but you're clearly upsetting people, right?
Okay, fucking ad rock over here. If he did nothing wrong, then by definition it's not his fault if people are upset because he did nothing wrong. The people who should be leaving are the people who did indeed do something wrong. Would you like me to run you through the footage again? Tell Lurch to leave. Tell the fucking beast to leave. Tell Arthur Chu's crazy cousin to leave. They incited violence.
What did I do to upset anyone? I don't know, and that's really not relevant if you think about it.
Holy fucking shit. I know we're burning you at the stake for no reason, but we don't actually need a reason if you think about it.
What really is relevant is this. You care about these people, correct? I care about everyone. Exactly. So why not leave?
And if you don't care about these people, then vote Remain.
I don't know why why am I being excluded? I don't know what they're talking about. Nobody's trying to exclude you, my friend.
Okay, here we go again. We're not excluding you. Nobody's trying to exclude you. We just all want you to fuck off, and we don't need a reason. We're banishing you because we just feel like randomly banishing someone. But we would never exclude anyone. How? How does your fucking brain do that? How do you survive? How do you figure out which hole the food goes in?
All we're trying to say, rather simply...
What? What are you trying to say? Put it simply.
...really is that since your presence here is upsetting people, for whatever reason that may be, the best thing you could do...
You're not putting it simply. At all. This is putting it simply...
Out of here!
What you're doing is saying exactly the same thing, but in nothing but weasel words. I don't mind the occasional weasel word to clarify a claim, but you are speaking entirely in the language of weasel. At least Evil Chew over there is surface-level honest about his hysterical bigotry. You are too much of a worthless fistula to even come to terms with it. He's decided, fuck off because white nationalist because reasons, and the best you can do is fuck off because reasons.
For whatever reason that may be.
You're making Evil Chew look like the level-headed one.
I don't know. The best thing you could do as a person. I'm trying to make amends here. I'm trying to make amends. No need to make amends.
John, mate, why are you holding up a t-shirt? Do you think you're showing a red rag to a bull? Do you think you're showing a crucifix to a vampire because it says peace on it? Well, John, you're trying to ban an innocent man from a public place for no reason. And you're holding up a t-shirt that says peace. That only changes you from being a thug to a moronic thug, John. You are not one of the good guys. You are fucking scary.
Right. I want to talk and see what all the commotion is about, because I don't know what people are going on about me about.
This is the time of mourning.
People
here are mourning. It's not...
People are mourning. Yes, people are mourning. So maybe you shouldn't spontaneously explode into a racist lynch mob for no fucking reason. He didn't do that. You did. He was standing around not saying jack shit to anyone, and you all suddenly went, "Oh, he's a racist! Everyone get him!" And you're still doing it! You are still blaming him for the fucking hissy fit you all threw at him for no reason! And you have the nerve to play the moral high ground! You don't feel the slightest bit of remorse for forming a flash lynch mob at a funeral! Fuck you! Fuck you harder than... Fuck it, I cannot fuck you hard enough. Fuck off!
I don't know why people are getting in my face all of a sudden, screaming and yelling at me.
But think about that, boss. If this is a time of mourning and nobody's sitting here trying, like, this isn't a riot, nobody's sitting here trying to protest or anything like that.
These people came out for a human sacrifice. They came out to hang a fucking honky. You can tell, because they can't stand existing for more than a lunchtime without randomly snapping and arbitrarily picking a victim out of the crowd. I don't know the word for this. It's more sinister than hysteria and more chaotic than a conspiracy. It is a collective illness. Please do beware entering a crowd full of these people. I could scarcely imagine a worse vision of hell. And yeah, for every one person who's made it out alive with their video evidence, how many have fallen prey to the inevitable moment someone tries to confiscate their camera? How many pieces of expensive equipment have been broken? How much incriminating evidence has been lost? And how many people have been beaten to a bloody pulp the moment after that happens? While the police look on, going, "Oh, well, they shouldn't have provoked everyone."
Obviously, nobody's doing this just to be an asshole.
I know.
You are a dick. You are a fucking dick.
I know.
And perhaps they're wrong. That's fair. But since people are mourning,
right,
it would be in your best interest as a human being.
Since everyone's in mourning, how about you stop trying to eject this gentleman from the funeral for no reason? You're the only one still doing it. Have you noticed? Look around you. Everyone else has cooled their jets and gone back to quietly virtue signaling for the dead. You are now standing in the middle of an otherwise peaceful funeral, yelling at a stranger, saying, "You need to get out, but I don't know why." You are the mental one. With or without the context, this is mental, and you are the mental one.
Think about it. I'm not attacking.
Right, I'm not...
Really, because the more I think about it, the more it looks like you're attacking him. Remember at the beginning of the video, when you strolled right past this geezer and didn't know it was a damn thing wrong?
So I started moving off to the side, when all of a sudden...
Yeah, that was you not attacking him. This...
I don't think I'm disrespecting anyone.
...is you doing, I think, the most violent thing you're capable of doing. See, you had no idea what was happening. But you think you can be everyone's hero by blaming the victim and slowly bullshitting him out of existence. You're a white knight without a cause. Dude, you're a fucking vice cop for the lowest common denominator. All you do is fuck up the party and you act like you're doing a good thing. Yeah, you need to think about your life. You need to think about your life.
If I've done something to disrespect someone tonight...
Of course not on purpose, you would be.
No, I don't know what they're talking about with that.
Enough.
You'll notice it doesn't matter how many times he says he's not a white nationalist. It's irrelevant. They want someone to play the part of the white nationalist, so they have someone to exclude. They're here to do their fucking blood sacrifice ritual, but no one volunteered to be the guy inside the burning Wicker Man, so they just chose someone at random. This is not what mourners do. It is not what peaceful protesters do. It is what pitchfork-wielding, ergot-addled murderers do.
No, and that's fair enough, boss, but...
Then fuck off! If his side of the story is fair enough and yours isn't, and by the way it isn't, then fuck off and stop harassing this gentleman. Will it ever occur to you that what you're doing right fucking now is harassment? Continued, unwavering, irrational engagement of an individual in an explicit attempt to exclude him from a public space. Will it ever occur to you, any of you, that what happened here was a case of spontaneous harassment? You couldn't go half an hour without harassing someone.
They're
the
afraid.
facts still
I'm hearing
stand.
people of color, whether or not you are or are not representing white nationalists, there are people who are afraid to have their face filmed by you. We don't need more fear.
Okay, so how do you feel about this young lady?
No idea why.
We have all the information. We have all the information.
That's okay, is it? How come she's allowed to film in this public space? Is it because she's not a white nationalist? Because you just told us that doesn't matter. Is it okay for her because you're not afraid of her? But you are afraid of him because you think he's a white nationalist? Because you just told us that doesn't matter. Apparently the only thing that does matter is your fear. If you randomly decide to fear someone, then he should lose his right to assemble, just because you decided to fear him for no reason. Well, pardon me, madam, but I do not consider blind fear to be a viable argument. I do not consider it an argument at all. I consider it a sickness. This is a memorial gathering. Please take your violent fear-mongering somewhere it belongs. Like nowhere.
My name's Michael.
That's lovely, Michael. I'm Micah. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Good to meet you.
But the point of the matter is, you're making people uncomfortable.
Oh, fuck me! I've never needed to do a sort of guide to how do you spot an aggressive SJW, because you'll spot them right away. Hi, pleased to meet you. My name's Micah. You're making people uncomfortable. This is their way of saying bless you. You're making people uncomfortable, oh father. You're making people uncomfortable, my son. Your people are like a bad mushroom trip come to life. No wonder your name's Micah. The mycologists in the audience will get that joke. The study of mushrooms is called mycology. Kills me.
I don't understand.
No,
I'm not
like,
responsible for someone else's feelings, okay?
Okay, actually you are. Because guess what? You came to essentially a funeral.
Yes, and he went to this funeral. He stood there quietly, minding his own business, observing the conversations of various political figureheads from a distance, when this happened.
Get the fuck out of here! Please! Get your white nationals out of here!
But that was a perfectly acceptable thing to do at a funeral. You're not going up to Evil Chew and saying, hey, guy, we're at a funeral. It's not appropriate to point at random strangers and scream, fuck off, Nazi. Yeah, can you perhaps calm down? No, none of that. The fucking shrieking mental patient isn't the problem. The guy he pointed at is the problem.
Right.
For 50 people who died.
Right. And I'm here also in mourning.
No.
Oh, fuck right off you. No. What the fuck is that noise? No. The only I'm allowed to speak noise. What the fuck is that? No. I'll tell you what that is, sunshine. Either someone's about to sing Batman or someone's about to get knocked the fuck out.
That's fine. That's great. But unfortunately, by being here mourning, what you're doing is you're freeing a bunch of people out. Now, I'm not going to tell you.
I don't know why.
Michael. I'm not. I don't know what you're about.
Yes, the only thing you know about this man is that he's a victim of spontaneous harassment. But that is all you need to know to justify joining in on the spontaneous harassment. This isn't just victim blaming, sir. It is victim hunting.
I don't.
Right, and that's why. Thank you for having a conversation with me here. You know.
I cannot believe how polite you're being, dude. Yeah, he's not trying to have a conversation with you. He's trying to shoo you away by sneezing random silly strings of words that make no fucking sense. If I were in your shoes, I wouldn't even be there. I would have run as fast as I could as soon as I saw the encroaching sorcerous finger of Evil Chew. I'm very impressed that you stood your ground at all, and I'm fucking amazed that you're keeping your cool with this fucking tool.
Like I said, I'm a news videographer. I run YouTube channels. I sell videos of crazy things happening on the street. I'm here to check things out.
That's 100% lovely, man.
Then why are you trying to exclude someone who's being 100% lovely? Or are you just fucking lying?
There's other people filming. I don't know why no one's concerned with them.
Okay, fair. But
you see the irony in this though right now? You see the irony.
What I do see is a shitload of cops. Holy shit, that escalated quickly.
Right, and the best thing you could do...
I'm very glad you're here, lads. Evil Chew is around here somewhere. He's as much a danger to himself as to anyone else. You might need to restrain him. And given how strong those things are, I'm glad there's 9 of you. And while you're restraining him, please arrest his handler. You've grossly endangered the public by letting him out. But before you do any of that, your most important target is this lady.
Can the white folks who are allies
What?
get this person out of here?
That was her explicitly inciting racial violence.
I have no idea what she's talking about.
You're
not welcome here.
And that was racial violence, as a direct result of that incitement. You're police officers, you know as well as anyone else that this is the kind of thing that can start a race riot. Please find this woman, arrest her, and prosecute her to the full extent of the law. She almost caused a race war at a funeral for 49 strangers. She makes Shirley Phelps look like fucking Rainbow Dash.
So that's your bad part. You're just upsetting people.
I don't know why. Can someone please explain what's going on?
The fact that you're upsetting him is...
As you may have noticed, my good officers, this scene now rather resembles a street fight. A space has opened in the crowd with 2 men in it. One of those men has done nothing but try to engage in polite discussion. The other man is continually, irrationally repeating, "Get out! I don't care why, just get out!" And it's a public fucking space. So, it's not so much a street fight as a street assault. So if any of you boys in blue feel like doing a fucking Rodney King on some cunt, I nominate this prick!
It should be enough for you to just, like, turn the camera off.
Trying to attack you.
I know.
Nobody here is trying to attack... Okay, if I play this shit back again, we might actually see you in the background, witnessing it happening.
You're not welcome. You're not welcome at all. You're not welcome.
Wait, was this the motherfucker at the Bernie rally?
He's You're not welcome.
You beauty. And I'm pretty sure that was your voice just now, saying, "Was this the motherfucker at the Bernie rally?" You were right there when Lurch was trying to forcibly remove this man from this public space. But I guess you didn't notice, because you were too busy weaving your own snap guilt by random association. Yeah, dude, he's the guy at the Bernie rally. Yeah, this man is John G. This man raped and murdered your wife. Why the fuck not?
What? I don't know what you guys are talking...
Hello. There you are, peering from behind his shoulder, directly witnessing an unlawful ejection by physical force.
You just, like, turn the camera off.
Trying to attack you.
I know.
I don't know what's going on here.
You stood right there. Right fucking next to the guy who was physically attacking him. And then you fucking took over. You took the reins from the physical attacker, and ever since then you've been continuing the attack verbally, saying whatever bullshit you have to make him go away. You're a nasty little shit, Micah. You're worse than Lurch. Because you probably think you're better than Lurch. By the way, one more piece of evidence before we proceed from your claim that no one is trying to attack you.
Hey, don't touch my camera. Don't touch my camera.
You're a bully, Micah. You're one of the little bullies who hides jeering behind one of the big bullies. Except the big ones aren't in charge. You are.
I know it's your
There's plenty of other people filming. And I haven't...
No, dickhead, people are very clearly upset at him, but he did sweet butt fuck all to actually upset them. And you want him to hang nevertheless. And for some reason the police aren't arresting you. Or the people who started it. Heaven forbid.
This is the first time I think I've chatted with anybody at any length. I'm not...
Maybe just step back. I mean, step back a little and film. That's all.
That's all he's doing. It's to the letter exactly what he was doing. He was stepping back a little and filming. And he got spontaneously harassed by people he was not filming.
I mean, there's other people filming in there. Mainstream media's in there. They were just standing there doing interviews with people.
It's nothing personal. It's like...
It is personal. They singled out a person. To them, it's just a random race riot, but to him, it's personal, because he's the one and only target of the race riot. He's the one and only victim in this scenario. And yet, you're reacting the same way everyone else is. He's the only victim, so it must be his fault. What are you doing? What the fuck are you all doing?
It's bothering people, that's it.
Me standing here doing my job is bothering people. I don't get that.
I understand.
You know why he's laughing, don't you? Look. We've got a Mexican standoff of cameras. These two have this one camera trained on them. This man has these 2 cameras trained on him. Everyone can see this is what's happening, and yet these 2 are completely innocent of the charge of pointing a camera, and this man is guilty of it. This is how we've progressed so far. You shouldn't be allowed here. But there are other people here. Yeah, but still, these people are paying their respects. So am I. Yeah, but still, they think you're a white nationalist. Yeah, but I'm not a white nationalist. Yeah, but still, it bothers people that you're filming. But other people are filming. Yeah, but still, and you can't fucking think of another yeah, but still. None of you have a shred of an argument other than you bad, us good. And that you really, really, really hate white nationalists. So much that you will accost random innocent people and sacrifice them to the fucking volcano god to appease your hatred of white nationalists. At what point in any of this will it occur to you that you are the ones with the problem? Like, maybe you hate white people a little bit too much there. Like, maybe you've gone over the top. Scores of them got murdered just now. And this is how you're commemorating them. By going on a witch hunt for white people who you suspect might be proud of being white. Hey, Muslims, has this shit ever happened to you? This scene here? Because it's happening to an innocent American right now.
They don't want to be filmed.
They tried to eject him by force from a public space on the whim of some racist hysteria. And when that didn't work, i.e. when the police turned up and these shitheads realised they were breaking the fucking law, they instead formed a circle around him and their best man, like a goddamn cockfight, and the police looked on and did nothing. As that little shit continued to harass this cameraman and try to ostracise him because he thought he saw him at a fucking Bernie rally, all while simultaneously admitting he knows nothing about him or anyone, and bald-facedly claiming no attack took place here. This is mob rule. Listen, gentlemen, it's people en masse giving themselves license to attack anyone and lie about everything. And it's more powerful than the police. The police are not even willing to recognise it for the crime it is, let alone contain it. We're seeing it in these fascists at the fucking Remain rallies, and we're seeing it 4,000 miles away. We stopped arresting Muslims a long time ago, and now we're no longer arresting anti-nationalist thugs who commit violence right in front of the fucking police. Because anti-national hatred is the right kind of hatred. Let's get one thing straight, okay? You're not anti-fascists. If you were anti-fascists, you would go after the people who say, yes, I'm a fascist. Come to think of it, you're not even anti-nationalist. Or you'd go after the people who say, yes, I'm a nationalist. You don't fucking care. You go after people regardless of what they say in defense of your accusations. You go after people because of criteria completely divorced from politics or from any possible avenue of self-defense. You only go on what people look like. And what's more, you would not randomly accuse an Asian of being a communist or an Arab of being a jihadist. You would not accuse a black person of being a black nationalist. And you certainly would not form a spontaneous lynch mob on the grounds of no more than an accusation of nationalism. But if all you can see is a white face, then hey, there's a good chance you'll only be murdering a bad person. You are racists. You are racists who have never been taught that your racism is racism too. There are Japanese people who think the Japanese are the lowest life on earth. They are racists. They are self-racists. You can see it in them, but they can't see it in themselves. And there are white people who think whites are the lowest life on earth. They are racists. And we're running out of people who can see it. And we're at an all-time drought of people who can see self-sexism for what it is. But that's a whole other episode. And probably one I'll never solve. Anyway. There is no known cure for lupus. But you're in luck. America, at least you only have lupus. Europe has AIDS. That's why the UK is parting company with it and getting itself checked. See, we don't like racists in Britain. We never have. And that includes these anti-white racists. We're fucking sick of them. And the more childishly and racistly they respond to the Brexit vote, the more it cements our decision to stop fucking listening to them. We're not going to shut you up. We're not going to force you out. We're just going to take our business where we can't hear your bullshit anymore. Fortunately, all that requires is changing the channel. Goodbye.